So, why do I collect physical media? So, in this video, we're going to be talking about what got me into collecting physical media, when I started collecting physical media, and I'm going to talk about some movies that are really important to me that helped me get through dark times in my life, that really mean a lot to me from childhood to other stuff, and why physical media is better than streaming. There's just so much I'm going to talk about in this video, so I hope you guys stick around through the whole video, because this is going to be a really important video to me. This is going to be my most edited video I will have on my channel, so hope you guys enjoy. But yeah, let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is, when did I start loving movies? When did I start loving physical media as a whole? That's the first category I'm going to be talking about. And if you guys can't tell, it is a brand new day. So yeah, we're going to get right into it. So when did I start loving movies? The thing is, I've always loved movies. From a kid to now, and I will until the day I die. Movies can take you away to that special world that you could never have imagined before. For example, some movies for me, here's a good one. Ghostbusters. It just takes you away, it takes you away from the real world. It puts you into, third perspectives, in my opinion. And, it's just a fun way to, think about how movies are. They can, take you away from reality for, the couple hours that you have a movie playing. It can take you away from the real world. And I love that sometimes, because I just need to get away from people, get away from the real world, and just have some me time and enjoy what I'm doing. Now, when did I get into physical media? About the time COVID hit. A year, maybe half a year after COVID, so it was halfway through 2020 when I first started collecting physical media. Now, the thing is with this is, I've always loved physical media. My dad's always had a huge collection. I think now I actually have a bigger collection than him. So, yeah. As you may see, some of my shelves are still not full because I have them categorized by specific things. I'll probably make a video on that separately later on, but that's not the point of this video. So I've always loved physical media. I've always liked the simplicity of just pulling a random thing off the shelf, being able to open it, put it in with no issues. Streaming, you got to worry about Wi-Fi being good. You got to worry about not losing Wi-Fi mid-watching. And with physical media, you can just put it in. As long as the disc is not scratched, it'll play perfectly fine, even without Wi-Fi. All you need is power for that, but you need power for streaming as well. Which is why one of the big reasons why I collect physical media. Now, I will always love physical media, and let me show you some reasons why. So, for example, we have steelbooks. Let me get closer to the camera. We got this Back to the Future steelbook, spreads out to the DeLorean, and it's got some good disc artwork. At least mine came with it. No, I switched discs with my Blu-ray Blu-ray trilogy set, because they were just basic Blu-ray discs. But that's the cool thing about physical media. There's a lot of customization with the cases and stuff like that. Another movie from my childhood, Space Jam. Great steelbook. And you wouldn't get this if you didn't collect physical media. Steelbook is a form of physical media that I love. And there's other reasons, like this. Cool box sets. For the Family Guy Star Wars trilogy, it has a great box set. It's actually got some secondary box sets. So, yeah, my friend gave this to me, I want to say for my birthday last year, or early gift this year, or something like that. It's hard to remember. I've had this for quite some time in my collection, actually. But yeah, there's other cool things about physical media that I just love, and one of them being the Friday the 13th Scream Factory box set. I actually have it over there on my shelf. I would go grab it, but I'll probably show that off later on. I've already made videos about it too. But that's if you guys are physical media collectors, you know what that thing looks like and why it's so cool to have it in your collection, especially if you're a physical media collector, you love the horror genre. Just something really worth having. But other reasons I love physical media is because I don't think you can watch this anywhere else. I could be wrong. WWE Slam City. Not unless you watch clips of it on YouTube, but still. Not the greatest quality. I mean, that didn't have a Blu-ray release if I'm not wrong, so. Now, Dogma is one I know you cannot stream anywhere. I have the DVD and VHS. And the only way you can watch it is illegally streaming, which I'm not the guy to illegally stream. I don't like people who illegally stream just because companies aren't making the money that they really deserve if you're illegally streaming. And this is a whole nother category I didn't list off in the beginning. If you illegally stream, that's just a whole different kind of streaming that someone like me, I can never do it. It just does not feel right. I'm going to watch a movie. I want the company who made the movie to make some money. So, like, if I go watch Fast 10 next year when it comes out, which this video could be coming out next year in the first month of 2023. So, if so, hi, I'm from the past, 2022. But I do know for sure that if I buy that, I want it to be supporting the company so they have more money and more budget for like the next movie and stuff like that, which I don't think that's how it always works, but it's still kind of cool to think about that. Like, and I also like them to earn money because that's a higher chance for sequels. So say you're watching the first movie, like Smile. If it does so good, it's a higher chance they'll do a second one. But they need to make money in box office and just make money for the company and stuff like that. That's how I look at it. I could definitely be wrong, but that's one way I look at it. And other reasons I collect physical media is because there's some cool sets like this. I already built the Lego. It comes with a Lego figure. So that's kind of cool. So, like, some exclusive things for Lego collectors right there. You probably don't have that one unless you bought it off eBay or something, which I do that a lot. Guilty. Another cool thing about physical is, like, this is one I want to mention 100% before I forget. So let's just grab out Beavis and Butthead, my favorite animated movie of all time. So this will be in later on in the video for sure. But special features. You do not get special features when streaming. So, all these movies here that I own, from this shelf to that shelf to that shelf, to all my DVDs down in this corner, to that shelf right there, or that one over there, all of my shelves, or my horror one over there, all my shelves I own have a movie at least with special features. Almost every movie does. But when you stream them, you really don't get those special features. So, another reason physical media is just better. Everything about physical media I love. Like, just being able to hold it in your hand. Look at the beautiful artwork with the slipcover and stuff like that. There's just so many things about physical media that are just amazing to me. And I love being able to get Netflix original movies on physical media. Same with, like, any company's exclusiveness, because sometimes you'll have to buy a bootleg, which, not the biggest fan of doing that, but if they don't release the movie, it's one of those things you kind of feel like you have to do. One thing that I did buy bootleg-wise, the only bootleg in my collection, Drake and Josh, the complete series. So the reason I got that is because it's a childhood favorite for me, TV show-wise, and I really wanted it in my collection. And all the other ones were outrageous. I found that one for $40 for everything, including the movies. I got it, and now they don't sell it anymore. The same eBay seller left eBay and does not sell that anymore, so it's kind of one of those one of a kind, unless other people bought it too. But it's one of those things, like, I own it all now. It's still physical, and I like that. I want to see the sequel to Beavis and Butthead America get a physical release. I want to see Do the Universe get a physical release, and I'll probably customize the case just like I did with this one. I took the Turning Red's case and put it on Do America, and it looks fantastic. If I probably customize the case for Do the Universe if I get it, put that back on the shelf. But yeah, there's kind of the story of why I love physical media so much, when I kind of got into loving movies, why I love movies and physical media. But the thing is with that, I'm trying to, like, talk about so many categories at once, and that's what this video is going to be about. Like, this whole video is about why do I collect physical media? Why do I love physical media? And it's just, there's so much to take in with physical media that you can't take in when digitally, because you're just, like, if you have a 4K player and a 4K TV, some movies look more physically stunning. And as a physical collector, or you physical collectors watching this video, you will know what I'm talking about when I say, like, watch a movie on DVD and then you watch it on Blu-ray, you can see a little bit of an upgrade. But then you watch it on Blu-ray to 4K, there can be a huge upgrade from that. I watched Top Gun Maverick on DVD for the first time in November, halfway through with my dad. Great movie. But then I got the 4K in the mail. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I already want to rewatch it. I had a great time with it the first time I watched it. But, like, when I rewatched it, I'm like, this feels like a whole different movie. It was so much better than when I first watched it, because the quality, it was just, on a bigger TV, everything about that was just stunningly perfect. That is movie of the year for me, at least for 2022. But yeah, there's so much about physical media to take in. I do want to make a whole longer section about this, but I also want to talk about some movies that mean a lot to me. So I'm actually going to cut the video off for this section, and when I come back, I'm going to talk about movies and why they mean so much to me. Like, I'll talk about specific movies, not this one. This one's not one of them. But say, frankly, if it did, I'd pull it out and talk about it. So I'm going to go, like, stop the video, pull out some stacks of movies that mean a lot to me. And then from there, I'm going to go and talk a little bit more on why physical media is better than streaming. And then I'll probably end this video off there. So I think we still got a good 15-20 minutes left in this video. I could be wrong, because I'm from the past, while when you guys are watching it, you're from the future. So, yeah, I'll put this back on the shelf really fast. And then I'm going to stop the video here, and when I come back, I will be talking about movies and why, like some movies, specific movies to be exact, on why I have special reasons to like them. But yeah, I'll be back. Alright, so future me here, and I just want to show off something I picked up before I get into the movies that mean a lot to me. So something I picked up, this was actually yesterday when I filmed the last part, and that was the Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, 4, and 5 Vestron release. And then I just opened Christmas gifts, which is why you'll see those here, because that's going to be an upcoming video. But yeah, so I did this stuff New Year's Eve, because I wasn't with my mom for Christmas, so that's when I opened that stuff. But yeah, just thought I'd show off something I just recently picked up. So, I have a stack of movies I want to talk about. I'm gonna move my bag of chips out of the way really fast so they're not in the way. So, I'm gonna start off with this movie. A movie that means a lot to me is Wonder, because just this movie was about a kid that was deformed, and he went to public school for the first time, and he got bullied, picked on, and stuff like that happened to me. And it was something I didn't, like, know what to do, stand up for myself and stuff like that at the time, but this movie kind of helped me with that. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. The Sandlot. So, the memories I have with this movie is, it was actually 4th of July, I was playing baseball with some friends, and kind of brought up the idea that we should watch Sandlot. So we had a movie, my friend had a movie projector, so we put it on his garage, and we set up Sandlot, and we were watching it while we were in a swimming pool, which just great 4th of July, probably my favorite 4th of July. Now, a movie from this year I want to talk about is Top Gun Maverick. Actually, at the 4K, my favorite movie from this year. I want to say top 30 all time for me. My favorite Tom Cruise movie for sure. Just when it first came out, wasn't able to go see it, but then my dad picked up the DVD, we watched it together, it was great, and I've already seen it 2 times since that, which was halfway through November, knowing how it's New Year's Eve as I'm filming this part. Yeah. So yeah, this was just a really fun movie, and I cannot wait to make more memories with this movie. That's kind of why I threw it in here, because I want to make more memories with this movie, so I thought I'd throw that in here. Next up, we have Little Monsters, my brother's favorite movie of all time, actually, and it's one of my all-time favorites as well. Who would have thought that Fred Savage and Howie Mandel would make a great duo? You can't forget that Ben Savage, aka Boy Meets World's main star, Corey Matthews, is in this as well. Fred and Ben Savage both play in this movie. You got Marv from Home Alone that appears in this movie. You got Buzz from Home Alone. It's like, this is an all-star cast, and I have so many memories watching this with friends, family, especially my brother. We watch this movie a lot. And now, Ghostbusters. Showing off the Steelbook artwork. So the reason this movie means a lot to me is because I remember watching this one with one of my best friends that I hardly get to see anymore. And stuff like that. Being able to watch this with people, show them the movie, have them experience it. Just something about that brings back memories, and yeah. Now, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek of one of my Christmas gifts, because I was going to talk about it with the Steelbook form, but I just got the 4K as I opened it. Happy to have the 4K and the Steelbook. Just a great 4K addition to the collection. But yeah, Goonies. Again, kind of same with Ghostbusters, being able to show this to a friend that I don't talk to as much anymore. And it was his first time watching it. He loved the movie. And I'm happy to have the 4K. This movie means a lot to me. It's a great movie. So can we just all agree Steven Spielberg is one of the greatest directors of all time? In my opinion, my favorite, but I'd also have Wes Craven up there just because I love the horror genre, and as you guys will be seeing, I have some in here soon I'll be getting to, but I'm not talking about every movie I'm married with, or else this would be like long. Up next, we got Good Burger. Got the Steelbook still factory sealed. Have yet to open it. But Good Burger. I remember recording this on live TV, so when I got home, it was saved and I could watch it. And I remember watching this every single day for like a month upon end. I can quote this movie word for word. Just great movie. It was just a part of my childhood. First horror movie of many. So we got Nightmare on Elm Street. Great Steelbook. So the reason this movie means a lot to me is because, first of all, the big three slashers were some of the first horror movies I watched. Halloween, Friday the 13th, and then Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street is one that stood out to me the most. He's my favorite horror slasher icon. Just loved his one-liners, loved everything about it, loved how he killed people, everything about the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Just, it's like a slap in the face, like everything about this, when I watch it, brings back so many memories. Great movie, especially the original and part 3. 1, 2, and 3 are the best. If they were just did the first 3, I would have loved it, but Freddy vs. Jason was also amazing. Up next, we're going to be talking about a movie I watched for the first time this year, so I don't have the biggest amount of memories with it, but kind of cool thing is I have everything in the Karate Kid universe besides the remake, because I was not the biggest fan of that. So after watching it at the beginning of this year, I started watching Cobra Kai, loved it, but the trilogy, I have the 4K box set and all that, and I'm kind of stick with the original for this one, because this is the best, even over Cobra Kai and all that. So the original Karate Kid is 5 out of 5, perfect for me. Love this movie. I remember I kind of seen, my dad was watching Cobra Kai one day, and I'm like, I seen this on Netflix, it's so popular, and just wanted to check out Cobra Kai, but I was like, as a movie fan in general, I'm like, it's only right I watch the trilogy before I watch Cobra Kai, and I did, and then now Cobra Kai is like a show me and my dad watch together. We've watched every season together, so yeah. Up next we have Killer Clowns from Outer Space, just an all-time favorite for me. I watched this movie growing up and all that, and a fun story I have with this one is, this was another one of mine and my brother's favorite movies. This one I think I like more than him, though. So before we went to school every morning, we'd wait for the bus, and like over the hill, we made a joke because it looked like the circus tent from the movie was over the hill of our house, and we always made that like a joke, and I have memories with that. And this is just a fantastic movie. I'm glad to have the Steelbook in my collection. Moving into the last Steelbook I will be talking about, and I'm counting this as the whole franchise, that is The Fast and the Furious. So the first time I watched this, it was not the original because I was not born yet. I got the 4K Steelbook though, because the original is better than all of them. And yes, I'm saying it's better than 7. I think 7 gets so much hype. Don't get me wrong, I love when movies get hype, especially when there's some of my favorites like the Fast and Furious franchise. But this one was better than the 7th one. The only reason I think the 7th one got more hype was because of the death of Paul Walker. It's been 9 long years, but he's just waiting at the finish line for us. He's waiting at the finish line. And yeah, first one I watched was 6. So, and I seen it in theaters. I'm like, you know what? I gotta go rewatch. I gotta watch all of these. I loved 6, but and my dad owned all of them, 1 through 5 at the time. So I watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I rewatched 6 when it came out on physical media. And then went to theaters for 7. Great experience in theaters. Went for 8, and then I didn't go for Hobbs and Shaw just because I wasn't as hyped for that one. But I went for 9. And I watched some of those like multiple times in theaters. And Fast and Furious will always be one of those things. Me and my friend talk Fast and Furious all the time. And we talk about how I'm like the Dom and he's the Brian of our lives. And how we were friends, but we're more brothers than friends. And yeah. Fast and Furious. Moving in to this, and there's so many more I want to talk about. I'm trying to narrow it down. So we're going to talk about Friday the 13th, like the whole franchise. My favorite one, if I had to pick one, would be Jason Takes Manhattan. More memories came with that one than all the other ones, and it has a lot more meaning to me. That's why I got the Scream Factory box set. I love all of them. But Jason Takes Manhattan really was my favorite. I had the most memories with it, watching it with my dad multiple times, my brother multiple times, my friends multiple times. I remember showing my friend the Friday the 13th franchise for the first time. He thought he wouldn't like it. I about dropped that. He thought he would not like it, but I told him, give it a try. If you don't like it, we can take it out halfway or something. And he ended up liking it. We watched like the first 4 in one night, and then it was just a weekend we binge watched this whole franchise, and he loved it. But I remember one time I had a sleepover with some friends. We binged like the first 6 movies because like they said one night we watched like the first 2 and then we watched the next 4 the next day. So like a lot of this has memories for me. And there's more I could talk about. I might pause it and grab some more, but Zombieland. Plan to get the Steelbook very soon, the 4K Steelbook. Just another one. Just got to show some friends. They really loved it. And this movie really took me away from the real world when I needed it the most. This movie was just one that I can throw in if I need to escape from the real world. I can quote this all day. The only thing better about the second one than this one is the ending. I love the ending of the second one. Then, my favorite movie of all time, The Monster Squad. Share memories with this again with my dad, my brother, some friends who've never seen it, and I'm trying to convince some of my friends to watch it because I know they're gonna love it. Perfect movie. They couldn't have done anything different for me to like it more. I think they did the best they could have done with this, and I also find it super underrated. Beavis and Butthead America. Just my all-time favorite animated movie. Remember my dad showing this to me for the first time, and I'm like, do I like this? And then I rewatched it, and I loved it, and I now own Beavis and Butthead America on Blu-ray with the custom case. I think I mentioned this in this video, I could be wrong, but custom case. I want to do the universe on Blu-ray. Probably mentioned that too. It's been a few days filming, so I can't remember everything I've recorded. I own the complete series. The new series is still really cool. I've seen everything Beavis and Butthead related up to now. And now, moving into my 2 favorite Scooby-Doo movies, that Cyber Chase is the best, and then Zombieland's like just right there. They're like this close from being better from one another. Like they're this slim right here. Cyber Chase, watch it. These are like 2 movies I watched with my brother on repeat. We'd watch this on repeat. Just great movies. But yeah, that's all movies that I dragged out for now. But I did get some stuff here I could talk about, but I'm going to save my Christmas haul for an upcoming video. But yeah, now that I recorded this part, we're going to move in to why I still think physical media is better than streaming as a whole. And just everything about these movies mean a lot to me. There's some other ones up in my Steelbook collection. Almost all the movies I have on Steelbook mean a lot to me, or I thought the Steelbook was cool. So I try to get Steelbooks, so collector's editions of movies that mean a lot to me. And I kind of want to mention TV shows mean a lot to me, so I don't have any pulled out. But the one that means the most to me is Saved by the Bell. That was like introduced me in my childhood, like when I was 3, 4, 5, in that area. Got introduced me. I didn't love it as much back then, and then I watched it like when I was 6, 7, 8 every year, and I'm like, yeah, this is my favorite show of all time, and it will be my favorite show until the day I die. The memories I have of the show, being able to show it to my best friend and him actually love it. His sister, I showed it to her as well. She loved it. My dad showed it to me, and I'll always be thankful for that moment. On a lot of these, my dad showed me for the first time, and I will always be thankful for that. Being able to grow up with movies and physical media definitely was just some of the greatest moments in my life. But yeah, I do want to talk about more, but I think I'm gonna not talk about too many in this video, because this video is already about 30-40 minutes long. I could be wrong, but it will be about that long when I upload it. But yeah, these movies mean a lot to me, and there's still more I've not talked about that mean so much to me. But yeah, I'll probably make another video just movies that mean a lot to me and talk about them. But some of these just bring back a lot of childhood memories for me. I watched more live action stuff in my childhood than I did animated movies. One I did want to talk about was the SpongeBob movie, but I forgot to pull that out, so I'll maybe talk about that one later on in the video or in one of my upcoming videos I'm going to be doing. But yeah, up next, and the ending will be coming up next. So it will be my final talks about why I think physical media in movies as a whole is better than streaming, why I love them. Again, I'm going to talk about it a bit more. But yeah, just taking it all in. I love movies, everything about them. Just, I grew up with a great childhood, and that's something I don't ever want to forget. My childhood was amazing. My life is great, and I just like to take it all in sometimes. Just, yeah. I love being able to have all these memories just by saying I can hold up this movie, and I can think of so many memories with just this movie alone. I love how movies can do that, because not many things out there can do that. Like, games could do that, movies can do that, but not a lot of things can really do that. And to me, movies can hold more memories than a lot of things out there. And it's cool just to be able to pick it up and think about all the memories you've had with it. But yeah, let's go get into the next part. Alright, so this is going to be like my final talking of the video. If you guys have stayed through the whole video, thanks. It means a lot to me. Leave a comment down below. I don't know, comment down below. Your Joyride. Just comment down below Joyride. Then I'll know that you've stuck around this long. And if you're watching on Xbox or something, just leave a like. That will always mean a lot. And I also want to quickly mention this because it's, that season. If you guys enjoyed this video and you love things, physical media, stuff like this, I plan to make more longer videos talking like this and some shorter videos. But I would love if you guys hit that subscribe button, because my goal by the end of this year was 100, and I did not reach that goal. My goal is still 100, and if I can hit 100, that would mean a lot to me. But let's get into a reason why I will always love movies, why I always will think physical media itself is better. I know I talked about this, but I'm going to go a little more in depth and just end the video off. But it'd mean a lot if you guys watched this whole thing. So starting off, the reason I love movies, I kind of just went over movies that have memories with me. So first of all, like Friday the 13th, The Monster Squad. Like, just by holding this, I have so much memories. And, like, same with this. Like, you can have so much memories. Like, watch. So, like, I'm holding over probably hundreds upon hundreds of memories in my hand right now. And that's a lot with just, like, about 12, 13, 14, about 15 movies. And I have, like, hundreds upon hundreds of memories. So that's another reason I will always love movies, because of the memories and stuff I have with them. The reason I think physical media is better than streaming. Cool sets like Friday the 13th Scream Factory box set. Boutique labels like Scream Factory. You got steel books. And some things aren't on streaming. Special features. And I'm not going in depth on some of these because I've already talked about them. But why will I always love physical media more? Because of the memories. I can just pick up 3 movies and have about 100 memories with them. Just so many memories with one movie. Probably have memories with almost every movie in my collection besides the ones I haven't seen. And even the ones I haven't seen, I have some memories with because of a lot of like talking with my friends and stuff about those movies. Another cool thing about physical media is, just like I said before, those go slide, the box sets. Being able to hold some of your favorite shows in the palm of your hands. Now, this ain't one of my favorite shows. This is one of my Christmas gifts, but I'm using this as an example. I do love the show. I've seen season 1. I have a review up for it on my channel. It's not the greatest review. Let me fix my Christmas gifts. But yeah, you got the special features and all that stuff. And it's just cool seeing like the special releases for some of your favorite movies, and just being able to collect things physical media. As you guys can see behind me, I got some masks. You can see Terrifier, Art the Clown. And then right here, you can kind of see a piece of a mask, and that is Freddy Krueger. And then I have a Halloween Ends mask over there from, of course, Michael Myers Halloween Ends. Just it's cool to have those. It's cool to just like be able to own things physically. Being able to look at it and look how beautiful it looks. Just taking it all in once again. Being able to look at this stuff. Even being able, just for example, I'm going to use Goonies as an example. Being able to hold memorabilia for some of your favorite movies. Goonies being one of them. I got a coffee cup this Christmas from my Nana and Papa. I know they ain't watching this, but thank you. It means a lot. I actually recently got back into drinking coffee, but I might use this as a display. Kind of like that Friday the 13th one. Let me see if I can point it right there if you guys can see that. Got that one from them a couple years ago. Never drank out of it because it means a lot as a gift. This one right there means a lot to me as a gift, and so does this one. Might make some Goonies related videos because I have a huge collection. But let's go put this stuff back on this shelf back here. I'm just gonna set that there. For another reason, just shows, having those shows physically. There's some bloopers, deleted scenes that you cannot see in any other form unless you watch them on streaming services like YouTube. But like the actual show itself on streaming services do not have movies. Just like, I know I'm like getting a little type of emotional in this video, but I've talked about a lot of movies that mean a lot to me, and if that's boring to you guys, then I'm sorry, but you know, just taking it all in. It's just, this is a video I never seen myself making for ever. Like, I never seen myself making a video like this, and I was just like, you know what, I think it's time, because I knew I was going to get a little emotional filming something like this, because I didn't even go into all detail about these movies, because there's too many to go through. Some that I'm, like, some memories I'm, like, just don't feel like it's right to talk about on camera. They're not bad memories. They're, like, just not those typical type of memories you would have with a movie, and I feel like they should stay personal. But yeah, just thought I'd do this cool video for you guys, make it my first, probably my longest video here on this channel. I know this video is going to be a pain to upload with my Wi-Fi not being the greatest, how long it is, so that's going to make me laugh. But I do know that as soon as I upload this video, I am going to go watch one of my all-time favorite movies. This is my favorite movie by Steven Spielberg, or something he worked on. The Goonies. Jaws is up there. I know he had something to do with Back to the Future. I think he was a producer or something. Like, I know he wasn't the director for it. I could be wrong, but I don't think he was. He made Jurassic Park and some of the Indiana Jones movies. But Goonies, probably my favorite. I have so much memories in the 4K. Just, he's got special features of its own, commentary with Hidden Video Treasures by director Richard Donner and select cast members. The Making of the Goonies featurette. Cyndi Lauper, The Goonies, Good Enough music video, outtakes and theatrical trailer. I'll be watching all of those. And then probably watch Top Gun Maverick one more time to end off this year. But I'm going to try and get through 3 more movies to end off this year, leading into 2023. I can't believe we're 24 hours away from it. Feels like the year just started. And that's one thing when I'm realizing as getting older, time goes by too fast. So you cannot, kind of like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the quote, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. And that's the God honest truth. Another reason I love movies is because the quotes, like Rocky Balboa has one of the greatest quotes of all time, the ending speech in Accepted. Like, some of those quotes just can hit hard and talk about real life stuff, and for real. And the words of Ferris Bueller, you should stop and take some time to look around or you can miss it. Like, it feels just yesterday I was 12 and now I'm 16. It's just doesn't feel real to me how fast life can fly by. I remember being young, time would go by so slow and I'd always wanted to move faster, and now I wish I could go back to that time when everything was just nice, slow, and yeah, miss those times to where everything was slow and when I thought movies were long, and now they just go by pretty fast. But it's fun just to take it all in, and that's my kind of ending to this video. Live life to the fullest. Collect what you like. Do what you like. If you like going out and traveling, go out and travel. Get some more traveling time in before. You never know. Because you never know what's going to be your last day. So take life in. Do what you want. It could, for me, this could be my last video you see of me. You never know. But just, yeah. Just want to say I am proud for all my subscribers who watch my videos, and for my end of the year New Year's resolution, just to not take life for granted. I want to live my life to the fullest next year, try different things I've never just tried, watch plenty of new movies I've never seen, and I'm down to try and meet more friends. I've met some great friends on the internet, and that could sound weird, but people on the internet could be better friends than people you know in your life. I've met one of my best friends on the internet. We've been friends for like a year and a half now, and it feels like I just met him. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys if you stuck around this video, and it means a lot to me. Just taking it all in. This is like the most important video on my channel by far. I don't know when or if I ever will make a more important video, but yeah, that's it for me. And I'll see you guys in 2023. Thanks for watching.